In this video, we're going to take a look at how you create aliases for objects within the product. So first of all, we're going to look at measures. You'll see that if you've got a particular measure and you don't like the label or you don't like the format string associated with that measure, you can right-click on it and go to Properties and change it. The problem is you'll see that there's this message here that says these changes only apply to the current user. The intent of this is I can make my own personal changes, but they're only available to me. So if you want to do something more permanent, you can do it in the model itself through the administration console, or as an alternative, you can create aliases. And so that's what we're going to do here. So to show you how this works, all I'm going to do is go to the formula builder. And in the formula builder, if I'm working with a measure, then I could just select the measure object and then pick the measure that I want. So in this case, returns. And I can set up my appropriate format string. So if what I'm doing is just changing the format string, I can then just make that selection and then I'm going to save it. And it's the saving part that lets me rename the object. So in this instance here, I can just call this one return quantity and go ahead and hit save. And what we'll see is when we come back over here, that new alias will show up under the custom elements. So you would click on the little white FX folder and you could choose tree or list. In this case, I'm just going to keep tree and it'll be under my content. You'll see there's the return quantity. So just so that you can see it in action, what you'll notice is if I pick some values, it's going to be the exact same value. That's the whole point of an alias, is I'm just substituting one object for another, so giving it a different name and or different format string. So that's an example with the measures. I can do the same thing with members. Okay, notice in this instance here for country, I've got United Kingdom and I've got United States. Maybe we'll use the United States as an example. Maybe instead of United States, I actually want it to be called USA because I want to have a smaller label or something like that. The way that I would do that is I would go view the elements, and just like before, I would say, okay, I want to create a formula. And in this formula, instead of choosing measure, I'm going to choose member. And I would go find the member of the attribute that I want to replace. So in this case, I'm just going to choose United States. I'm not going to worry about a format in this example because I want it to work with any measure. So all I'm going to do here is just go ahead and save it. And we'll just call this USA. And now if I come back over here, I'll see once again the little FX folder. And when I expand this, I can see there's USA, and it's going to give me the exact same values as the United States. So this is an example of creating an alias, and the alias serves two purposes, either to rename an object or to change its format string. Okay, the one area you cannot use aliasing for is to actually change the attribute name. Okay, that will not work there. If you want to change the attribute name, so instead of calling it country, you want to call it region, that would have to be done on the administrative side. So with that, we'll just wrap up the video. Thank you.